And we're live.
Welcome back, good people, to another Alex the Car Doctor Q&A. Hopefully I'm your favorite.
You're my favorite.
That's all that matters. As always.
Baby, you are my favorite here. See him. Let's get the ticker ticking.
What we got going on tonight?
Nothing. I'm just putting up the please include your year, make, model, mileage in your car question.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So we won't have to skip over you. We are here on just a little bit early. Oh, we got a comment. Who else? None other than Josh.
Oh, Josh in the house.
Yes, and
Good
Jeremiah.
What's happening?
And Davin Whitlow. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
My crew. Y'all my online crew.
We would still go live even if it was just the three of y'all. I don't care. See what I'm saying? The kid GFX says, my guy, man. Alex.
I try, man. Just be out here doing my thing.
Mark Ford in the house tonight. He says, will you work on my 2000 Mitsubishi Montero Sport? Yeah.
That's a really good truck, by the way. That truck will outlast me and you put together probably.
My God.
What?
Just my leg.
Here come the questions rolling in.
Okay. Y'all in here tonight. We said we were thinking we was being too early, honey.
Mm-hmm.
And here y'all are in here tonight. Let's see here. Thinker Outside the Box, one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, that's my buddy.
Say, hey, y'all, love the recent video. Y'all are amazing. Man.
Yeah, that recent video had me down, man, because I was broke going on vacation. How about that?
I was like, where's the money? Dang.
Look, that's one thing about it. Like, everybody surrounding us think we rich. We're not rich, man.
I don't have it. I don't have it to give. You know what, though? I feel like if we didn't have as many kids, I would definitely be the balling auntie and uncle that able to share money with everybody. But that's not the case. Y'all see, I got 1,034 kids. I got to take care of them and make sure we can get them the best life possible.
Not rich yet. That's the key word.
You know, I don't know. Call me crazy, but I don't aspire to be filthy rich. Just let me be all right. Yeah. When I want to pick up and go, let me pick up and go. You know, Biggie said it, more money, more problems. I don't know. Anyway, what's up, Thinker Outside the Box?
What's happening?
Trey for another regular says, how do you feel about the 2016 Hyundai Sonata Sport?
I'm not even going to say anything because it's not going to be nice.
Hold on, let's talk about this. Do engine size matter?
That's a Sonata. They only come in one engine size. All
right, we educating us. They only come in one engine size.
Well, that I know of. Maybe they have another one, but that 2.4 GDI crap.
What's your issue? Burning oil? Especially around that year range.
That's
Trey.
one of the worst ones we've seen. 16, 13 through 17-ish.
No, 19. We had a 2019 in the shop, and it had under 100,000 miles burning oil.
Yeah,
crazy work.
And you will never know they're burning oil. It's not like the good old days where if an engine is burning oil, it leaves soot all over the bumper, a clear indication of a car is burning oil. You just take your finger and wipe the rear bumper and it'd be black stuff all over your finger. These engines don't even do that. They just consume it and it disintegrates. I don't know. It don't smoke or nothing. It just burns.
What about extended warranty on something like that?
I don't trust Kia and Hyundai. Just period.
Josh,
they cute and they cheap. And I think that's why
people get them.
Yeah.
Josh from the Car Wash channel of Northern PA and Ohio says, how are you?
We good. I just had a nice, very relaxing vacation.
We are well rested.
I'm ready for the world now.
I feel like, I don't know, rejuvenated.
I can't know, but we went with our dad. I got a wonderful dad. I call him my dad because I've been knowing this man ever since I was 12-year-old. He took me under his wing and, showed me things and
showed you a whole new life.
Yeah, got me a better grasp on there's more to the hood than just hood
more
stuff.
To life than hood.
Yeah.
I got
you. It changed my perspective on things. I think that's what's wrong with the majority of the world now with our youth. They don't know anything else. I was watching.
Wait, I forgot to link his book in the description. I'm gonna go back and do that, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're watching the documentary on Vaughn.
Oh, just kids up in Ohio. I will give y'all a little bit of backstory about Alex because he gonna butcher it. But he was a knucklehead when I met him, and I was like, "Hey, I ain't trying to meet you behind no glass or nothing."
I was probably gonna be the one of these boys that got.
He could have easily been a crooked mechanic.
Yeah,
easy.
It was going down that road.
Easy.
I'm gonna be
So
out here stealing Hellcats and
yeah.
doing Kia Boy stuff.
Let me see. I can't message her. She's trying to call me.
Who?
Azaria. But anyways, uh shout out to my father-in-law Charlie. We love you. Okay. Wonderful trip. We try to our responsibility is not just to the kids, each other, but his dad is getting older.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, he constantly asking, hey, when can we go out? And it's like, he's 80 now and I don't want to.
We
He ain't
want to
gonna be here
seize
forever.
we want
Right.
to seize every moment we can with him because he is truly a wonderful guy.
Yeah. And I don't want to see him at the end of it all and say, dang,
Sorry.
I wish I had took that trip with him, you know what I mean? Let me see.
Right?
Yeah, that look good. I got my teenager cooking while I'm out here on live. Out of all the money we spent, she better be doing something.
It was the cheese.
That look good.
It look great, Zari.
Why you had to put it in slow motion?
No, I didn't know. I put it in
You good. Go on in now.
No,
Feed yourself.
like the
She put it in
tomato
slow
thing?
motion on purpose.
All right.
Oh,
Good,
yeah.
Mama.
Yes, I said it was good. Go ahead.
No, I'm talking about-
Azaria, it's good. Go ahead.
I'm scared it messed up.
You all right. Taste it and see. Taste the food before you serve it to the ones you love. Anyway, that's another thing.
Girl.
All these teenagers better learn how to do something around here. Brian Glenn, sorry about that, y'all. Good afternoon. Love watching y'all.
No, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Bernice Harris says greetings.
Hello, what's happening?
Good old Scotty. What's up, Scotty?
Got it.
He said, hey, love you, family. How was your vacation? Hope all things went well.
Yes, indeed. I was so happy the van did good because this was our first long road trip. The first one, not so well. It was leaking transmission fluid, and one of my injector harness plugs came loose. The clip wasn't clipping, so it just kept popping off. Kept running off 7 cylinders. So we caught a little bit of hard time getting down there.
To Tennessee?
Yeah,
Oh.
leaving smoke.
Well, not this
trails.
trip. This trip we did. It did good. I was
it
impressed.
was wonderful. I still got to work out some tuning issues, but other than that, she's.
I'm
good.
impressed, and I'm not easily impressed when it comes to Alex doing stuff sometimes, but I am impressed. Very pleased.
Shotgun doing stuff. That was a shotgun project.
Obviously, they know that they watch you.
Oh.
They know you the man. But I'm just saying, like
it was rushed.
when it come to our stuff, I don't know.
It was rushed.
But the trip was very good. We went to Cumberland Island. We saw Jekyll Island. We just had a good time. Went to Fort Frederica and all that.
We almost went to Sapelo. I'm glad we didn't because something horrible happened. Yesterday?
Yeah.
Saturday?
Mhm.
It was Saturday.
Yeah. One of the gangways collapsed and like 7 people died. So
yeah.
While we're not thankful that they died, I pray for the families. Like, I had a strong inkling. I'm like, no, we should just chill.
My
today.
dad was like, "Come on, let's go." It's like I'm beat, I just want to sit around and drink beer and just relax and watch the kids play, and that's what we did Saturday. If we was there that Saturday at Sapelo trying to get on that ferry,
we could have either witnessed it or fell in it, So
yeah.
But yeah, so listen to your gut, people.
Yeah,
listen to that.
Always listen to your heart, and if you're not feeling something, or if you just, don't force the issue.
Don't go against the grain.
Don't go against the grain. Don't force the issue. If you're not feeling well, or if you walk outside and you could just had a brand new set of 4 tires put on yesterday or earlier that day, and yes, I'm ready to go now, and you walk out there an hour later and one of the tires flat, don't be mad. It's always a sign from God. I always say he may be delaying you for some odd reason, and it's been many times like that. And I just be happy. Oh, I caught a flat tire, whatever the case may be. I fix it and go about my way, and a fresh accident be just right there. I'm like, dang. I wonder if I didn't have this flat, I've been in this pile up.
Yeah, I
could have well been. So just think about that next time something don't go your way.
Chill. It's all good. It's on the chill. Alex, I'm going to say Machado says, yo.
What's happening?
He a special man named Alex. Jeremiah says, my favorite YouTube channel without a doubt.
I appreciate that.
Josh says, and did you order the cup? Listen, I swallowed.
My wife forgot.
I sure forgot.
She got you though.
After that whole fiasco with that square thing.
Yeah, that just threw us.
But I promise you, before I close my eyes and lay me down to sleep tonight, I'm gonna order it. I for real this time. Trust me, Josh. I won't let you down. I got you. Steven says, I'll be dropping my car off in the morning. I have a 9 a.m. appointment.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, because you held out for me.
Good.
Thank
We're
you.
going to see you in the morning, my guy. I got to start too. Davin Whitlow says, what are the symptoms of a bad brake booster?
Bad brake booster, you can run into some symptoms of a system tooling code. A system tooling code, your brake booster could be leaking vacuum, causing a check engine light. System tooling. Abnormal noise. When you push down on the brakes, you will hear like a swishy air type audible noise. It sounds very weird. Hard brakes or no power brakes at all. I say no power brakes. Pedal just real hard to push. And it's different ways to diagnose that
It's
stuff.
often mistaken as a brake master cylinder.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
also, you want to double check that the brake master cylinder is not dumping brake fluid into your brake booster just by just sliding the brake master cylinder forward and checking the back seal. If it's wet back there, it's getting brake fluid into the brake master the vacuum booster, the brake booster, and destroying the seals inside of it. So it's a lot of stuff that go to play in it.
Oh, look at here. Look at who's here. Leighton Tag. How you doing? Thank you for the super chat. He says, hey, fam, just got told that I'm going to be switching to flat rate this month at the dealer as a lube tech. This is my next step toward apprenticeship in my dealership. Any tips? First of all,
this man done came a long way.
I'm proud of you, man. You just started as a lube tech and bam.
He started as doing piano stuff. Now he a super tech. We're gonna call it into existence. I know you don't feel like that right now, but you keep going forward, you will be that super tech.
All right. What's up with that YouTube channel next?
Yeah, next to YouTube. Flat rate tips. Let me think. Flat rate can be tough if there's not enough work rolling through the dealership. Always stay honest. Don't feel you have to be dishonest to make time. If it ever gets down to that, you need to have a conversation with your service, whoever, rider, management. Like, hey, I need to be switched back to hourly because I'm an honest guy and I can't just be selling people just any old thing. So keep those morals that you have. Don't let nothing change that. And money normally change things for people just trying to live. Just know somebody else is trying to live on the other side that you're working on their car, and they're trying to make a living too by trusting you with their vehicles. So always keep that. Now
morals. I'm confused because he says as a lube tech though.
Yes, you can get flat rate. Now normally
are they going up in the pay?
Normally what they'll do, they'll keep you on hourly, and if you make a certain amount, then you'll get that. If your flat rate outweighs your hourly, then you'll get that. I would try to negotiate that term. Let's say you work 40 hours and you guaranteed a 40-hour work week on hourly pay. But let's just say for some odd reason you clocked in 50 hours of work, and then you'd be like, hey, give me those 50 hours. Try to negotiate that because hybrid type system. But strictly flat rate, it can be rough. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. You're going to have to bust your butt.
Especially as a lube tech, because I'm trying to see what oil changes, just quick stuff.
Brake flushes, power steering flushes, fuel induction services.
You got to be hungry, and that's why a lot of people be doing shady stuff or don't waste their time on stuff and misdiagnose stuff. So,
please stay true to yourself and stay honest.
But I will say this: sometimes it be a lateral move. Sometimes you just get it so you can get the title, so you can put it on the resume. And if they don't do you right, move on. So you can honestly say, hey, I have this experience, what can you do for me? But I love to hear updates about you. So proud of you. It warms
my heart that came this far, know.
If ain't nobody told you, we proud of you. Keep going. All right, Texas Rap Tunes.
I like that name.
Oh, for sure. Oh, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah,
I always want to say thank you. 07 Chevy Impala, gurgling sound behind the dash after putting the car in gear or start driving. A chirping noise behind the dash, back of the engine bay while idle. Temperature starts to read erratically.
Okay, you have air in your system. Not sure what the chirping noise could be. Normally, chirping indicates a belt squeak, maybe a belt problem. You may be losing coolant somewhere, and is your system is coolant level is getting low, and that allows air to get in the system and cause that gargling, bubbling sensation that you're hearing. Um, you have a leak somewhere and you need to pressurize the system. My guess, my best educated guess from where the evidence you're giving me is it's coming from the belt area. Either you have a water pump that's failing and slanging coolant on the belt, that's what's causing the chirping noise, and that's where you're losing your coolant from. Or there's some type of hose or something associated with that. But definitely you need to, while the vehicle is cold, top off your cooling system with water if you're in the warm climate. Use coolant if you're in a cold climate. The reason I say use water in a warm climate, because it's okay in a warm climate for testing purposes, not long term. You want to get that stuff off out of there. Or you can go buy some distilled water. That's the safest way to go, because our regular drinking water have things in it that eats up metal. It can really reap havoc on your cooling system if not removed right away. So distilled water is the best thing you can put in there. Very cheap. Just buy a gallon, top it off, look around the area. If you don't see anything, you can rent pressure test systems at your local store. Always work on cooling systems when the engine is cold. Never work on when it's hot. You can seriously scald yourself. Or if you don't think you can handle it, just take it to your professional shop that you trust and ask for a cooling system check.
All right. Speaking of, I'm doing this on camera. You need to winterize your camper.
Yeah, no.
Okay, y'all see
I got
me?
the boat. I got the boat.
Y'all see me reminding?
I got one more thing.
Y'all see me reminding them. I don't know what else I can do without becoming a nagger. So, man. Anyway, C. Witt says, how was vacate? It was great.
Very relaxing.
Yes, it
really
was.
enjoyed myself.
I don't care. Let me tell y'all, I tell people all the time. And I learned this from a older lady she's like a play mom. And she was like, I don't care what your finances look like. Every 3 months, go on a trip. Even it could be a short trip, do something for yourself.
Got to.
You have to, or you'll be working for nothing. So I don't care. Every 3 months, we getting up out of here. I don't care where we're going, even if it's 2-3 hours away, just to do something.
We've been trying to go to Stone Mountain with the camper.
We ain't making it this year, but do something. Treat it like a bill. That's what I do. Cause hey, if I'm paying everybody else, I'm gonna pay myself too. Cameron Marshall, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, appreciate
y'all. Since my mom has a 2020 Kia Soul Sport, 51,000 miles, making a knocking sound from the engine. Any idea what it could be? No codes detected.
Yes.
We just had something like that in here, didn't we?
Yeah, those Kia Souls, they eat through engines. It has that GDI engine that I was mentioning earlier. I don't know when
51,000 miles.
Yeah, they chew through engines. You most likely got an engine problem. It probably been consuming oil and she done ran it dry. My first thing would be to check the oil. You want to make sure you're on a level surface and a flat surface. Engine off. Let the engine settle. If you just crank it up, let the engine settle for like 2 minutes. Let all the oil drain down to the bottom. Then pull your dipstick, wipe it, push it back in there, and pull it out and see if it has any oil in it. Knocking noises, if it's knocking, depending on how severe it is, it may not can be saved, and you may have to replace the engine on that vehicle. I will call my dealership and see if it is under some type of extended warranty or some type of recall. I just had a customer do that. I didn't even let her unload it. I was like, I heard the symptoms. She like, it's been consuming oil and now it's making noise. Need an engine. But I was like, let me not jump to conclusions. Let me hear it. She cranked it up. I was like, please turn it off. It was horrible. And that was an 18. And they said it wasn't covered. So hopefully your 20 is covered. Please keep us up to date. I want to know. I want to make sure you're getting taken care of, because it hurts my heart that they're not taking care of their customers. Kia and Hyundai is very weird. They're using this 2.4 GDI engine across the board. So they will replace the engines for their Sonatas, but not their Kia Souls that use the same freaking engine. It really makes me angry, man. That's so messed up.
Every Kia we know of having it. Comment below if you have a Kia that actually got the warranty.
That is jacked up, man. Like, come on now. You got a problem, a major problem with your engines, and you know they're coming off the same assembly plant. The engine's not a choosing, oh, I'm a Kia engine. They're not doing that. Oh, I'm a Hyundai engine. No, they're not stamping Hyundai Kia on it. They got a big old assembly line full of 2.4 GDI engines that's probably all defective, and they're slapping them in.
Why Kia doing that though?
I don't know. And they slapping them in the Kia Hyundais, Souls, Sonatas. You know, they don't get to choose.
Ooh.
So they should have a major engine recall like Toyota did their V6s, their turbo engines. All of them getting any Toyota that got that V6 engine in it, they're not choosing. They're not saying, "Oh, this is only for the Tacomas," but the Sequoia's got that engine too. They're not doing that. They're saying every truck with the V6 engine, because that's all they're putting them in is the trucks, getting the engine replaced.
That's why you can't say nothing bad about Toyota. People are saying, "Oh, they making it right."
It's not about. This is how I run my business. It's not about if a mistake is going to happen, because a mistake will happen. You're dealing with human beings. It's what you do after the mistake that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I live heavily. No one is perfect in this world, and whoever claims to be perfect got another thing coming.
Yeah, Scotty, that banana pudding better be perfect, cause I'm waiting for you. I love it.
He said it's waiting for.
He said it's fine now. We gonna see.
Look, I might put that on video.
Oh, it's going on video.
It's going on video.
For sure. We appreciate you. Souls 2400 laughing at something. We love you, Souls. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Souls.
Says, what do you think about the GMC Yukon?
Crap, if you're talking about the newer ones. Chevy, the GM division has really fallen downhill. I'll say past 07. 07 they start mainstreaming the DOD crap, and ever since then their V8s has been not good. They actually started the DOD. I can't say this. They actually started DOD in the 80s or in the 70s. It didn't work out that well. Mm-hmm. They picked it back up in 05. Mm-hmm. In their certain make and models. Mm-hmm. But they didn't mainstream it. They started mainstreaming all the 07s and up. So yeah.
But it seems like even the 07s are a little bit more stout.
Yeah, they are. I'll say, yeah, they are. It's like when they went to the newer ones, they're just having all kind of weird issues. And on top of that, they're having transmission problems.
Somebody said they work at the dealership. Say
20,000 miles.
20,000 mile lifters going out left from right. I said, Lord have mercy, what they gonna do? Josh says I didn't
buy Ford.
Feel like ooh, they finna come at you.
Hey, I'd rather have an engine that'll go and deal with a transmission problem versus engine issues. Transmission easy to slap up in there and keep it trucking.
For sure. Josh says I didn't feel like he forgot about me. I know. So I know when expecting the mail. That's all. I love you guys. Appreciate it. No problem. No. Listen. I was telling somebody self-awareness is important. I know me. I was
going to remind you. It's like the scales is tipping here. Like my wife used to be up here with the memory stuff, and I used to be nowhere near the scale, and now I'm up here.
They say you become like your husband the longer you're married to him. Because I can't remember nothing. I'm like,
I'll be recalling some stuff.
I be having a lot going on. Benicia, thank you for the super chat. Let's see what she said. She said, hey, I wanted to share. I started a job at Caliper.
Ooh, Caliper collision, I'm assuming.
I've been working on my car the last 2 months, and been loving it. Females can be mechanics.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah. I'll be trying to hire female, but it's not many of them.
We would love to hire. I would love to have another lady in the shop. Please help me, please.
Yeah, keep the guys in line.
I'm telling you. So show up. What state are you in again, Benicia? You probably mentioned it on the previous live, but I forgot. Corey Turner, that's a name I ain't seen in a while, all the way from Alabama with his Cadillac Escalade. Thank you for the super chat.
I appreciate that.
I don't know if you had a question, but it's not showing up on here. So get back at me and let me know. Meanwhile, we're going to keep it trucking. Oh, no. Davin Whitlow was next. He says, is it good to let a car with a turbo to cool down before shutting off the car?
Yes. In theory, yes. But if you read the fine print and do your heavy research on it, it's good to let the turbo cool down after hard runs. Let's say, for example, you have a the 3.5 EcoBoost that's found in the F-150s or the Expeditions, and you're pulling your camper in the mountains. You know, the mountains, they get steep, and that car, that engine is under a big load. It's pulling heavy weight behind, and you just into it just to try to keep up the speed and the pace with traffic. And the wise thing to be after you get to your destination is just to let it idle for a moment, maybe about 5-10 minutes. Let that bad boy cool down. If you don't let it cool down after hard driving like that, or racing, whatever come, hard driving, whatever you call hard driving, as soon as you turn it off, oil will stop, and that turbo is so hot it will cook the oil. When that oil get cooked, it will turn to sludge. If you keep doing that, the lines will just sludge up, and the next time you go to crank up your vehicle and just normal driving, that oil is going to starve of oil. The turbo is going to fall apart. Worst case scenario, get sent into the engine, destroying your engine. Yes, turbos will fall apart and sometimes end up in your engine. So metal parts will get sucked into your engine. Now, if you're just normal driving a turbocharged vehicle, just regular commute, you don't have to do that. These newer age turbochargers are very efficient, and they have coolant passages that use actual coolant that flows through the turbochargers to keep it cool. So on the normal driving, no, you don't have to let it cool down. Hopefully that answers your question.
My baby's so smart. Don't stop.
That really.
I like it. I really like it.
I don't know. I read a lot.
He's so smart, man. I'm telling you. I'm so glad I got you out the AutoZone, baby. I said I got to have that.
I guess I'm just really.
True story.
I
ain't making it up.
I guess I'm just really into what I'm into.
Got that man at AutoZone. I said he gonna be something. I got to get his number. Rick Sanchez says, "Ain't y'all on vacation?"
No, we just got back today. My dad just got a speeding ticket and
he 80 years old doing 90. I'm like, okay.
It was so funny. I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, not you. He was like, yeah, I got a moving violation in 50 years. I didn't know what to think. I was like, gee.
We've been on vacation all week.
Man.
We came back this afternoon, but again, we're committed to going live more often.
We're trying to be here for y'all. So y'all make sure y'all be here for me and hit that like button.
There you go. Wait a minute. Let me put my banner up so they know it's real. Boom. Support us by
y'all enjoying it. Hit that like button.
That's why I got my 17-year-old in there cooking. I said, look here. Cook this, man, so I can go in here and talk to these people about their cars. All right. Joey, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Joey.
He said, hey, love y'all so much. I wish I could afford to come to Georgia to meet y'all. Take care. Where you at, Joey?
One day, we're going to, once I'm financially stable, I'm probably going to start traveling around just so I can meet fans and just have like a meeting place, because we love to travel. And, we can probably set up and, do a fan meeting.
Listen, this camper ain't just for lives, honey. We be on the go.
Yeah, we be on the go. So, maybe one day in the future we can start doing meet and greets.
Yeah,
that's what I really want to do, because I really want to meet you guys in person. it's like a family reunion. That's what we're gonna call it.
It's always fun when viewers turn into customers like Scotty, and then they start cooking banana pudding for you. And then we got Miss Tanya.
It's family, man.
Yeah, it is. We really enjoy meeting people that come by the shop all the time. We appreciate it too. All right, so we got Brian Glenn in the house. Corey, I see your super chat, but I don't see no question. So I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for you. Yeah. All right, let's go back to Brian. He says, I recently bought a 25 Toyota Crown Signia XLE.
Ain't the Crowns, they're a Japanese import, if I'm not mistaken. I bought a 25.
2025.
Oh, 2025. Oh, you know what?
He's still on vacation?
Yeah, I'm thinking something else. Because I know they had a Crown back in the day that was just a Japanese import. Now they have a Crown, in the States now. It's weird.
I would love to see it. I've never seen one.
I'll be trying to keep up with the imports, but it's hard sometimes. It's a Toyota. Can't go wrong with a Toyota.
You can't go. Thank you. Yeah. You took the word right out of my mouth. You went before I did. Stephen J says 2007 Dodge Durango. Can a bad fuel injector or injector connection wire cause a misfire?
Yes. It will definitely cause a misfire. What I normally do, my advice to you is to take a long screwdriver and hold it up to the injector at question, and you should hear it pulsate. If you're not familiar with what the pulsate sounds like, put it on the next injector and listen to it and get a good rhythm. Like, oh, okay, this is what it's supposed to sound like. The known good cylinder, then switch over to the next cylinder. That's what I used to do back in my days before I got fancy and bought a stethoscope, which is very cheap, by the way.
Which you can get from Harbor Freight for $10. Yeah,
probably under that.
Yeah.
So that's what you need to do, and that'll kind of give you a general idea if your injector is not pulsating or not.
All right. Texas Rap Tunes back again with another chat. He said he ain't waiting in line. And by the way, guys, listen, you don't have to do super chats, but I do know it. I like to go to every question, and it takes a while. So I can imagine the meet and greets turn into a mobile diagnostic tour. People pulling up and they
hey, if that's what
that's what they want.
I always have my scanner and tools, and I'll be happy to.
Yeah.
It just made that sounds like a good idea. No charge.
Right.
If I'm already on vacation, I'll meet you.
Must bring Corona.
Yeah. There you go. Nah, look, I think I'm gonna have a mountain of them. Like, please, no more Corona. Y'all gonna kill me.
Must bring Corona and beef jerky. Get your car seats out. I love it. The kid GFX says, I was doing my wheel bearings on my 04 Honda Accord and I bent the front knuckle ring. Do you think if I put it back in and just hammer it a bit to flush it out, will it be fine or just wait and buy?
You're probably talking about that little snap ring. That's what I'm assuming you're talking about. If it's bent, as a good mechanic, I must tell you to replace it because you can mess up the integrity of the metal and, something can happen. But in reality, that's not going to happen. I've never seen a snap ring break because it's like bent out of whack. It looks like a spring almost. You know how a spring, it starts off flat, then kind of curves up. You can just get 2 pair of pliers, hold each end, and just, bend it back in place and put the snap ring back on, and it'll be perfectly fine. And plus, you have extra security because of the wheel bearing. It should be pressed in. It should be a press-in bearing assembly on that. So that adds even more security. Those press-in bearings, they're nicely pressed in. So even without that snap ring, they will hold on for a period of time before something separates. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure eventually it'll come loose on you. Where's Aria?
I don't even know. She just calling like we ain't sitting here on live. It's teenagers. I don't get it. Anyway, next question. Hope that helped you. Yeah. Patrick, he says, I just completed my 1.4 turbocharger. She must shoot, my bad. Frustrating job, but I got it done. Nice. Watched your video, helped out a lot. Thank you for posting. That's what's up.
That's what me and my wife was talking about recently. We was talking about getting back to tutorials, but realistically, at this point of time in my life, I don't see it happening no time soon.
Mhm.
Just because, you know, when
We
my
getting
old
busy. It's y'all fault. All this
when my
YouTube customers
when
coming
my
in.
front desk lady left, it was more of a blessing than anything because apparently she wasn't doing her job right, and my shop we wasn't eating. So I had a lot of free time on my hand
Mhm.
to just sit aside and just do tutorials and twiddle my thumbs all day. But now that we got her out the way, there's been
She
a
took herself out.
yeah, she took herself out the way, which I said, you know, God will close doors and open those doors for you that needs to be open. Um, Ever since she's left, it's been an influx of business, and it's just I can't, you know, in the midst of trying to make sure my guys is doing everything they need to do and make sure everything is right, and just me bouncing around. Y'all see me what I do every day.
Yeah.
I don't have to explain.
Because I know we got a couple of comments over the weekend. It's like, just shut up a tripod. Listen, if you're a true viewer, you know why we shoot the videos the way we do them now. Plus, I polled y'all when I made that video and asked y'all. So
as of right
listen,
now,
this is what you're going to get.
yeah,
We love you, though.
I'm sorry. I do want to do tutorials. I really do, but until my shop can get self-sufficient 100%, it's just not gonna happen.
But hey, shout out to our team that
Yes.
made it happen. We didn't get not too many crazy phone calls while we were away. Everything went off smoothly, and we was able to enjoy ourselves. So shout out to Curtis and Mason and Raphael
My team is awesome.
and CJ if y'all watching. Omnipotent One says, happy to see a real woman hold our men down.
Oh yeah,
and keep them out of trouble. Yes, Lord.
Oh, I thought about that. We're a little late to this subject.
Listen, me and Alex been together 18 years. We've been married 17 years. So, you know, like I said, I wasn't trying to be with nobody, no conjugal visit. I need the real thing when I want it, how I can get it. I ain't got time to be scheduling with nobody. Nothing. Okay? Okay. I love
this
you.
lady. She love plumbers.
What that mean?
I don't know. What y'all figure?
Alex, go ahead now. Go ahead.
Y'all didn't know I was a plumber on the side, did you?
Y'all see these 5 kids. You know what's up. All right.
My bad. Man, come on.
Hey, we is grown married folk. All right. Jay Day said, hey, y'all, can y'all give a shout out to the Kill Boys at Edgewood?
Oh, my God.
Day, now you know. Day, we ain't give you no shout out for that. We will shout you out because
look, I would have been one of y'all in Edgewood. Shoot.
Alex is from Edgewood.
I'm from Edgewood.
So we're going to shout out Edgewood.
Zone 6, baby.
Hutchinson Street, if you know. But stop stealing kills. Now, if you want to learn how to fix the car, you come up to the shop.
Yeah, come holler at me, man. I can change your life around.
Yeah, come on down to the shop.
Let me know when you're ready to make some
work on the project car, teach you how to paint. I got the hookup exclusive.
I'm not showing y'all how to steal cars.
Apparently, he knows how. We
not
trying to
this other way.
Stop stealing kills and come on down to the shop and come on. Yeah, we're going to put you to work.
Stop hurting people's feelings, man. You've been costing people jobs. Man. They can't get to work.
Shout out.
Put yourself in their shoes. That's what I always tell people to try to get them back on the right path. Imagine if you say, I'm tired of this life. I'm going honest. And you've been honest for 10 years straight. You know what goes around truly comes back to you. And you got a family, got kids. You just bought yourself a car. It just got paid for. The day you paid for it, somebody got you. And now you can't get to work.
You don't get got.
You know, your kids your daughter missed her prom because you couldn't get her there. You don't have no friends no more because you left that life behind you. So just kind of put yourself in their shoes.
Well, listen, Day, I meant what I said. Come on down to the shop.
Yes,
we got our other apprentice that come by. Since you like cars so much,
I got you, man.
Put a wrench in your hand and not USB plug. But anyway, Amaris Torres.
USB plug.
Hey, bro, love you guys. But wanted to know, that guy that did the chargeback on the stack, how could y'all do a lien on his car without the car? Or is it still at your shop? You can go down to the county recorder's court, and I hope he watches. Because, baby, I'm going to do it. I'm coming for it. And put a lien on. All you need is the VIN. And I have connections in law enforcement. I can find out, because I think his name that he gave us is not his real name. Either way, the lien is coming. It's gonna get on there, and I
'Cause
will
we
document.
get every VIN. Because I was questioning, is the
You need the
VIN
VIN.
real? When I was looking at it hard.
We
It's real.
needed the VIN because we had to get the part from the dealership.
Mhm.
So, now one thing I will implement in place. One thing about starting a business, like I said, first of all, we don't have an MBA. We didn't go to business school.
We getting this stuff out the mud.
The
as we
auto
speak.
repair business has up until this point been obscure to where,
we're not gonna give it away, but it's obscure for a reason and very.
Well, no, I'm gonna say this. No, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say mechanics. Just because you're good at fixing cars doesn't make you a good business owner.
And I'm not a good business.
So for the last 5 years have been a learning curve. So what I am going to do going forward is make sure we capture every license plate as well that has them.
That could be a
because
fake license
plate. It could be, but we're doing it, adding a new policy adding a new procedure so that it could cover ourselves in case we do have to take someone to court. But for now, I'm gonna just put a lien on that shaker. Hopefully it become mine because I'm coming for it. So no, you can still do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna enter that bad boy in destruction derby.
I'm gonna print out all the things that we're going through with Square, contact stuff from him. And I'll take it all the way to civil court if I have to. It ain't nothing to be scared of, just a little civil court. The burden on you is to prove. Oh my gosh, Bob.
I like that name.
Thank you for coming in to the chat tonight. He says, my wife and I, shout out to the lady viewers. Okay. I love you guys. Okay. We in this together. Women power. He says, my wife and I love watching y'all. Thanks for inspiring me to become a mechanic. Go get that.
Do it, man.
Yes, you can. Love from Texas.
Good old Texas.
Go get that, Bob. If you love to do it, go do it. Don't let nobody tell you
you're never too old, too young to start working on cars.
Or don't let nobody say, oh, it ain't no money in it. You
don't do it for the money.
We live in a time where your passion for cars can turn into money, i.e. YouTube and TikTok and all kinds of stuff. So
just educate yourself and go from there and be honest.
Go do that if you want to do that.
Y'all see my shirt?
Make sure y'all get that.
Bam.
Integrity over everything. That's the Alice the Car Doctor merch shirt.
I love this shirt. It's my favorite.
Designed by me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be hooking you up. You know? One of our customer viewers came in with it on. I was like, okay.
They look good.
You look good, babe. You look good. Robbie Rotten says, hey, Car Doctor, my dad and I are massive Mopar guys.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
We love watching your videos, and one day I hope to open my own shop. Go get that.
You got this, man.
You can do it.
Another Mopar. They be hating on us, man. I'm in between Mopar and LS. Those are my top two right now. Mopar and LS. I don't know why.
I don't know. For the next race,
I got the dirty dart. You
told them what we're gonna do with
double down on it. I think I told
No, we're gonna build a new.
Oh yeah.
Race car. Should we keep it a surprise?
I think we told them, but that's
we're gonna hold on. Yeah. We're gonna hold on.
We done said it in our past videos. It's up to y'all to go back.
I don't know which one it was.
I don't know which one.
Anyway, Robbie, shout out to you and your dad.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all can do it.
Go get that shop, baby. You can get it. It's yours. You just got to figure it out, reverse engineer it, and figure out how you got to get there. All right, go get that. Virginia Hernandez says, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor, shout out to the royal couple from Belize.
Oh, Belize. Hey, I'm about to come visit you, man.
You down there living large.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you so much. Birdman says, good afternoon, big homie. Hope you're having a blessed day.
Yes, I hope you are too, buddy.
Yes. Angel Feliciano. I hope I said that correctly. Hi, Alex. Planning to buy a 2010 Dodge Charger RT Hemi, one owner. 190,000 miles, though. Runs great. Engine's quiet, but concerned on the miles.
Don't be concerned on the miles. Be concerned with the service records. If it's a one owner, that means they took very good care of it and have a good history behind that car. Ask them about if it ever ticked. Did you get it replaced? What parts they use? Where are the service records? If it's a one owner, they know every shop they took it to. So if they don't have the service records, you can go visit that shop and they can print you off the service history on that vehicle. I actually prefer high mileage vehicles over low mileage vehicles. Actually, when I'm at the auction dealing with cars, my rule of thumb is between 130, 140 on up to 200. Nothing over 200. I try to stay away from cars that got 80,000, 100,000 miles on it, because yeah, they'll be purring like a kitten when you bring them in, but whew, they have surprises, boy, because they've been driven 100,000 miles with no maintenance stuff, and that burden falls on the new owner, or that cricket salesman that's gonna sell you that car without doing anything. Not us. I'm gonna go through it, make sure the timing belt is good,
Right.
all that good stuff. But that's the burden that falls onto me. Most people would not do that. They'll sell your car with a dry rotted timing belt will only last you a good 10,000 miles before it breaks, and you need a new engine, and you just bought the car. So I can't do that, but other people will.
Well, that applies to all of you. All of you guys who are car shopping or thinking about buying a new car. It's like you guys get so excited. Oh, it's only got 90,000 miles. That's the time where everything about to start.
I bought my wife Jetta at 70,000 miles, and I knew, just because it's me, I knew. I was like, dang, I know I'm about to dump an arm and a leg, and I know it's going to have a whole bunch of problems coming up. And yeah, it did. But I wasn't scared because, of course, I can fix it.
Right.
But yes, it did have problems. And, about the years of us owning that car, I think that car set down
for about a year.
For about a year to almost 2 years, so I can afford to get the proper part for it to fix it. So you just got to be mindful of that type of stuff. And I was still paying on a car that we wasn't even driving.
Yeah,
just sitting there.
At that time, I wasn't a dealer yet, but I think the part was $1,000.
Yeah, well, the particular part that I wanted, of course, I could have went cheap, but I wanted the part overseas because overseas they make stuff better. Man, I had to order from overseas. Good old German engineer for you.
Christian Campbell, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
I said first,
I appreciate that.
Thanks for sharing your wisdom and experience. You're welcome.
My pleasure. I'm an open book. Anything y'all want to know, just ask.
2015 Charger, driver headlight not working. New bulb, fuse, battery, and alternator. Still nothing. What you got?
2015 Charger.
Headlight.
It may be something wrong with the integrated fuse box. It's like a smart fuse box on that car. And it may.
Is it the TIPM?
Yes, it's called the TIPM.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what it stands for right now.
Totally
integrated. What's the next abbreviation?
P.
Power module. I don't know. Totally integrated power module. They do give problems on those Chargers. And when they go out there, do all kind of wonky, weird stuff. Especially with the headlights. You said driver headlight not working because it does have a fuse for each headlight. Some of them, if I'm picturing it in my head correctly, it has left hand, right hand, so on and so forth. And if that TIPM is bad, it will not work. So you need to get the procedures to test that TIPM. We're gonna say fuse box.
Don't they overheat?
Yeah, they do all kind of weird stuff. We had one overheating.
I'm gonna say there is a video on the channel. On the cover, on the thumbnail, is an orange Wrangler.
Beautiful Wrangler.
That's the video. Maybe you should look at to kind of see what he's talking about there.
And it has the same fuse box, even though it's a Wrangler. It has the same fuse box as your Charger. They use the same stuff. Oh
wait a minute, I'm skipping around.
But just don't throw parts at it. Test. Get out your volt ohm meter and see if the driver headlight is getting power to that fuse. If it's not getting power to that fuse when the headlights are on, you most likely have a bad TIPM.
Okay. Texas Rap Tune says, do you use ChatGPT in your work? Good mo. Sure do. Okay. Anything you see, I don't know. AI is such a love-hate thing. Because it's like you don't have to think anymore. You just type it in. Hey, I need you to come up with
That's
a full page.
That's what's wrong with my wife memory. Chat GTP done took it.
Hey, listen.
I don't use that stuff. I'm old.
I need you to type out these policy and procedure. Make it say this, and this. Bloop.
And I be impressed. I'm like, what? This thing did that? I be sound like an old man. Like, wow, this is amazing.
I don't be thinking about none of that no more. Let me get right back at you. Chat GPT. Yes, I do. Use it. It's a great tool, but I'm also a fan on remaining thinking on my own sometimes.
So she take it and tweak it, you know.
Yeah, I let it give me ideas, and then I take it and make what I want it to be for sure. But
so it is a good app if that's what you're asking.
Good tool, yes.
Good tool to have.
Good graphic. This some of the shirts that's on the
yeah, it sure did.
Some of the shirts that's on our merch website, I got the ideas from Chat GPT or what I wanted it to look like.
Look at this. I'm like, wow, this thing is neat.
For sure.
I don't know how to use it.
But still, maintain your own brain power though. Car Wash Channel Josh says, love you, buddy. Josh, we love you.
You the man.
You always supporting us, man. Crystal Ball, thank you for the super chat. He says, what's your opinion on the Suzuki Samurai?
The older ones, never had really too much experience with them. That's a good thing, I guess. You know,
I don't trust none with Suzuki in it unless it's a bike.
The Samurais is pretty good. I think it's the same thing as the what's that truck your grandma wanted?
My grandma?
Geo something.
Tracker.
I think they got something to do with each other. I don't know. I forget. It's very hazy dealing with Suzuki. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s with the little small SUVs. You have to do your own research. Now, if we're talking
older, they wasn't that bad. Let me see. Decline. Yeah. Oh, my bad, y'all. I don't know why everybody want to call me tonight. For what?
I would get one. I always like those little Samurais.
My question is parts issues.
That is an issue right there. You probably run into some parts issues if it's the older vehicle now. If you're talking about a newer Samurai, I don't know anything about the newer ones, if they even have a newer one, but I do know of the older ones. And throughout my 20 years of automotive experience, I never really seen any issues from it that I know of. Of course, if it's timing belt driven, change your timing belt. But for the most part, they're very simple. They're very simple, easy to work on. Simplicity always wins. So it's winning in my book.
All right. Jeremiah says, man, I love your energy, Alex. Thanks for the speech.
What speech?
Hey, look, he already done forgot what he said.
No problem. I leave stuff in the past, even though if it happened 2 seconds ago.
He's gone. He's done. Unless it's about a car.
Yeah. It's about
Steven says 200,000 miles is pretty much done. Now, Steven, we done forgot what car you was talking about.
Charger.
Well, yeah.
It's not done, Steven. I done seen them Hemis with 300, 400,000 miles on it if properly maintained. Now, you'll probably have some lifter issues, but after that, you're good. And if any machine is properly maintained, it'll go the distance.
It'll last you.
The Hemis, I prefer them over the LS variants. They always outlast the LS, generations with the DOD. With the DOD, I got to clear that up.
Make sure you say that.
The Hemis does have their version of it. The DOD is called MDS, multi-system displacement, or something weird. Mm-hmm. It switches to a 4-cylinder too, but they did a better job of executing it. It normally lasts about 160 to 200,000 before it starts giving issues.
We've had a couple of Hemis with 247,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So they can go further distance.
I would trust a Hemi over the GM V8 platform.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sure. Even though I love my LS engines pre-DOD.
Gotcha. So why won't you get a Dodge Ram?
Because I don't like the Rams. If I get a Ram, it's going to be the one with the Cummins in it, and I can't afford that.
Well, what I'm saying is you prefer, let's take money off the table. You said you would get a Silverado.
Yes,
HD.
with the diesel.
Why not the
Black
Ram?
Widow? Because they beautiful. Like,
so you going off looks?
Yes, I'm going off of looks. They got me with looks, man. Dang.
Save
the way
Vote
they
Nation
look.
says, "Hey y'all, I'm new to the Car Doctor family. Welcome,
welcome, buddy.
Hey,
welcome to the family.
Yeah, for real though.
Big love here.
Yes, it is. Nothing but love. Alex Machado says, I got a 2000 Mercury Grand Marquis with 74,000 miles. What is your thoughts for future maintenance? Luckily, there's no rust. Very clean as well. I'm from New York and now reside in San Antonio, Texas.
All right, something with that lower miles, you want to make you want to make sure you change out all the rubber hoses. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of original stuff on that car. And it's gonna be a lot of stuff that's dry rotted rubber wise. So just get all the rubber checked out. This is including bushings, suspension, ball joints, anything that holds a rubber part. Make sure it's checked out and not dry rotted. I wouldn't even play games with the rubber radiator hoses, coolant hoses, or plastic bits if there's any. This is a 2000 model. They start putting plastic and stuff in the later ones, but just make sure your radiator is not starting to what they call plastic when it gets brittle.
Get brittle.
I guess so. You want to? Yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and change it out for preventive maintenance sake. It is old. The last thing you want to do is be on the road and have cooling system failure. It's the quickest way to tear up your engine. Other than that, you're good. I would just worry about that cooling system and probably do a fuel induction service on it just to break up any gunk that's been accumulating in that upper induction system over time. And drive it hard, blow that sucker out, because apparently someone old or retired had that car and didn't never drive it. So yeah, get into it, get them fluids moving.
All right, that's a good car, by the way.
That car is a tank.
All right, Justin, welcome to the chat. He says, "Hey Alex, I have a 2001 Buick Century Custom, another good one. So y'all sleep on them grandma cars.
Yeah, the grandma cars be the best.
You know what I'm saying?
Grandma's buy it for a reason because they want to be on the side of the road.
I'm telling you, I drive a Buick Century Custom right now. Yeah. He says he has it with a low voltage on the EGR, even after I unplugged it, and it keeps showing that code.
You unplugged it or replaced it? Because it's gonna throw a low circuit code if it's unplugged, or if it's plugged in. If there's something going on that EGR valve, it's internally it's gonna throw a low circuit code. You're gonna have to run tests. I know I'm talking to a lot of DIY people. I'm like, run tests. I don't know where to start. So I apologize if I, sound like that. But YouTube it. How to check EGR on your year, make, and model Buick Century with whatever engine you have, and buy yourself a little voltometer and be like, okay, and they'll show you how to probe it to see if you're getting voltage to that pigtail, because sometimes you could have a rodent. It is an old car, squirrel, rat, whatever, jumped up in there and start chewing on wires, and you could have a wire issue and replace that EGR valve for nothing. So yeah, get up in there and test, look at your wire harness, and hopefully that helps.
Well, to piggyback off of that, it is getting colder, at least where we are, and I know some of the northern states. If we're feeling chilly, I know up north, Rust Belt, you guys are too. But you want to be mindful that, those little rodents, they like to go in warm places and make nests in your car.
And they will chew your wires.
Yeah, so I don't know how you can prevent that. But
you can have rodent repellent stuff. They make little tablets. Like rat repellent tablets, like minty type stuff. Rodents don't like that. Squirrels and stuff, mothballs, and just all kind of stuff.
But they'll do that. They'll sleep in that bad boy at night, and then when you crank them and go, they'll go on about their business.
I had a cat under my hood one time. It scared them. Hey, boy, it scared the best out of me, man. I crunk up my mobile van one morning. That sucker went to rattling and carrying on. I'm like, holy crap! I heard it, turn it off. First thing I thought in my head, I was like, dang, fan belt broke, or belt broke, and it didn't rabbled around and probably destroyed the radiator. So as soon as I turned it off, seen a cat limping off from under my hood and ran. I was like, oh man, you was in the wrong.
Sorry, dog.
I love cats. And after he ran, I crunk it back up, and it was fine. I was like, he got tore up by that fan blade. That was terrible.
They are looking for warm places to be, so just keep that in mind, guys. Davin Whitlow says, "Congratulations." Thank
you. Thank you.
I don't know. Congratulate me for some future endeavor. We don't forget, damn it. So, but thank you anyway. It says the duck says, "Hey Alex, thank you for the good work."
Man, I appreciate it.
For sure.
That really means a lot to me because it's hard, man.
Yeah,
it's hard being honest.
Look at him and him with all his money. Josh, thank you for the super chat.
Out, buddy.
He said, "Again, I want to thank you for everything. I've learned a lot from your channel, and I've actually started working on my own car. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for being awesome."
I still try to share all my tips on all my videos. Just because I'm not doing tutorials, that don't mean I would not be throwing nuggets and procedures and just little things here and there. You just have to watch it all the way through to catch those things. That's how I know those comments of, "Oh, you need to do tutorials. You're so knowledgeable in this." I'm like, what do you? If you watch my stuff, you would know I'm still throwing nuggets out and teaching stuff.
Absolutely.
But you're not watching. You just want to see a tutorial and fast forward to what you want and leave.
Right. And when we were just exclusively doing tutorials, our view and retention rate was really down. So, I mean, the way we do it now, we get a lot more love, a lot more people to come in and watch. So,
and a lot of people know more. It's more personal. It's a little bit. That's why I call y'all family, because when y'all meet me in person, y'all already know me. And sometimes it freaks me out. I'm like, how did folks know me? Like, why do they know me?
I'm like,
I don't know. When I be at the shop, I don't think about everyday stuff. I think about cars, and it's like tunnel vision on that only. So when people come and be like, "Hey, da 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 da," talk about my kids, I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" It take me by surprise, and I have to come back down to earth and be like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, that's my little quirk.
We started getting first of all, I guess that's why you retain so much car knowledge, because that's all he gonna fit right there now. Yeah. It's not something that's reoccurring. But I had to tell him like months ago, and he was like, "Why do people stare at me at the Quick Trip? They're staring at me." I said, "Alex, they're probably trying to figure out where they know you from. They probably saw you on YouTube or TikTok. And most of the time they come up and say, 'Hey, you know,' we love that, by the way." But he had to catch on. I was like,
catch me off guard, because I know, I'm just me, guys. I'm just ordinary on me, trying to live life.
Yeah, he was like, "The person was staring me down." I was like, "Alex, he probably."
Sometimes I don't even pay attention.
Yeah. So, but anyway, Savo Nation says, "What does it mean when it sounds like knocking when you accelerate when it gets hot?"
That could be pre-ignition. Pre-ignition is also called spark knock. Sounds like marbles in your engine clattering around. That is not good. That's pre-ignition, pre-combustion, spark knock. That's all signs of your engine is basically getting jumped. That's the best analogy I can give it. If you got jumped by 10 dudes and it's just you're gonna suffer. And that's what your engine is going through. If you hear pre-combustion is caused by, I just went through that this weekend. That's why I said my band is not tuned right, and it irks me. I'm like, "Oh,
I
poor
heard it.
engine."
I heard the marbles. Yeah, I heard it.
I gotta, kind of play with the gas and get it off of that spot, that bad spot. It's just tearing up my motor pretty much. Pre-ignition could be caused by several different things. If your engine is running hot, meaning you have a cooling system issue and you continue to drive it, you will hear pre-ignition. If your car requires premium fuel and you're putting regular in there, guilty, you will hear pre-ignition.
Thank you for admitting that.
If your car has excessive carbon buildup, you will hear pre-ignition. Now, let me explain what's pre-ignition, because a lot of people thinking like, I don't even know what the heck he's talking about. So let me break that down for you. The term pre-ignition. Pre-ignition is when the fuel will ignite before the spark plug ignites it. That's where grades of fuel come into play. Grades of fuel, most people think is, oh, this grade is cleaner and better for my engine. No, it just means one grade of fuel is better at withstanding a temperature. When you compress air, it heats up. And pre-ignition is sort of like dieseling. Diesels do not use spark plugs. Diesels use just fuel and compressed air. And how that works is when the piston comes up to compress that air, soon as it get to a certain point, most likely before top dead center, meaning top dead center piston can no longer go up, and it start going back down. So before it gets to top dead center, the diesel fuel or the gasoline will inject into the cylinder. If it's diesel, that heat is going to make the explosion, and bam, come your power stroke. If it's a gasoline engine, right before top dead center, it's normally compressing air and gas in a gasoline engine. The spark plug ignites, igniting that fuel. Bam, power stroke happens, and you get your power so you can get your wheels turning. So that's how that works. So carbon buildup, I know a lot of people is probably confused about that. Carbon buildup is something like charcoal. Picture a charcoal nugget, what they call charcoal, the little single things.
Charcoal.
I know, but they call it the thing. Anyway, a charcoal piece. No, it's a nugget or something. If it's
Kingsfoot. I'm just playing.
Charcoal can glow red hot. So think of that as what did I call it? Dang. Carbon buildup. Think of carbon buildup as charcoal. It can start glowing, and that glow can ignite the fuel before the spark plug does. So that's, I know it's a lot to it, but I had to break it down so you guys can understand. So sorry, but I want to make sure you guys understand what's going on with y'all vehicles out there.
Then we should do like you need to do a visual, like a short or something about top dead. You need to do that. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can. I got a lot of broken down engines I can show.
Right. Steven says, what is flat rate hour at your shop in 2024? So right now we pay hourly because that is what our techs prefer. But if we get a gentleman that wants to come in and get paid flat rate, we have no problem with that. I'll pay the right tech anywhere.
Yeah, he got to be 100% self-sufficient. Probably if he got experience, probably 30, 40.
Yeah, depending. I'll pay $40 an hour for the right tech. Depends on the experience. So, yeah, if he can get in there and rock it, all the work will pretty much go to him first because all the other guys are on hourly, and we got plenty of stuff for them to do.
I'm looking for somebody to replace me. Because like I said, guys, I'm trying to get back to what I used to do, and I can't do that right now.
Yeah, for sure. Not necessarily replace you, but take some of the weight off. Opt. Alex, your wife looks tired. I am tired, actually. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, packed up the condo, packed up the children, drove 5 hours home.
I
rode 5 hours home, which is also tiring, okay, with a toddler.
Oh, right? Man, that girl was off the chain.
Came home, laid down for a few hours, didn't get a nap, came on live. So, yes, I am a little tired. But sometimes,
did I get a nap?
No. But I'm going to tell you this. Listen, if y'all see me space out when he talking, I done heard it before, and I probably be zoning out. Not on purpose, just old accident. You know?
I be forgetting that. I talked your ear off about so much.
I've been hearing about this stuff for 18 years, whether I wanted to or not. So sometimes y'all might see me out there. Just let me be. I'll come back.
She will come back.
But again, like I said, we committed to doing the lives. I know some Sundays we're not on here because we got family stuff. So when we absolutely can, I will come and do this with him. It's important to him, and so if it's important to him,
I love you guys.
It's important to me.
It's important to me.
Okay. All right.
Without y'all, and let me know Alex to call doctor.
For sure.
Somebody said
good diagnosis, spot on. I don't know what it was about. We done talked so much. Texas Rap Tune throwing up them 100s.
Yes, sir.
Man, them Falcons lost today.
I forget them Falcons.
See, that's why you not a real fan.
Show me some NASCAR. Destruction Derby.
Dominic, what's up? He says, any status on the bank dispute chargeback? Not yet.
We just started.
Yeah,
this
no.
is fresh. As y'all got it. I mean, just as y'all got it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I
happening
haven't
in real
received
time.
any emails or nothing, but as soon as I do, I will let you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's our sweet teenager who cooked dinner tonight.
Hey,
Mom and Dad. That's my baby there. Y'all can't tell. She gonna find out whether she won homecoming tonight on Tuesday.
I can't wait,
We
man.
definitely-
Anticipation. Better one. We put our all into that.
Look at her being sweet. Said, keep up the good work. I am proud and grateful for you guys every day.
Thank you, baby.
That's why we do it for the kids, man. She's a good girl too, and we love our babies. I'm sure y'all can tell. You know, all of this. You know, someone came in the shop the other day and was like, "Why don't y'all advertise that y'all have a YouTube plaque?" And it was like, we really got that plaque. We got the plaque.
Sounds crazy, but I just did it.
The whole motivation of that plaque. I love you too. Don't get me wrong, but I wanted my kids to touch it because they wanted to be YouTubers, and I support that because it is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do YouTube, it's real.
It can support you.
Do it
monthly,
okay, and beyond.
Yes,
we just got to crack the code and figure out how to get to the beyond.
Yeah,
but it's real, and I wanted them to hold that plaque to see if my mom and dad.
We actually got two. We gave one to the kids.
I bought an extra one because we got one hanging at the shop, and then one is here at home.
I don't know what the kids did.
They got it hanging up.
Oh,
Ashton has it hanging up in his room. I wanted them to hold the plaque so they can feel it, touch it. And if your mom and daddy can go get one, you can go get one too. So that's what the whole
that's what
thing.
it was all about.
Working hard, just trying to raise these kids to be good folks when they grow up. Shout out to our kids. Corey says, "Hey, I need to come see y'all. Come on down. Come on over. Because you're in Alabama, so come on over."
Oh, Alabama.
Yeah, for sure.
We love Alabama.
Ryan says, "What's going on? What are your thoughts on the Honda 1.5 turbo? Thanks."
I've only seen maintenance items on that 1.5T.
For sure.
1.5T stands for turbo, of course. Nothing major. I've seen quite a few rolling through the shop, mostly just for valve cover leaks, oil changes, tune-ups, and just little routine maintenance stuff. Nothing too serious. Nothing too serious at all. Now, I'm pretty sure they have their issues, like every vehicle does, but I am a shop for the masses. I am not a specific brand shop. So I'm not going to see what specific brand shops see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to see what the masses, which is a pretty good reputation of that particular brand is good. Like if I'm a massive shop, for the masses, I mean, working on just about all brands. And if all I'm seeing is Mopar, Kia, and GM, what that tell you, those brands must be problematic, which they are. They're like my bread and butter. I don't see, a Nissan. Of course, I see a lot of Nissan. Yeah, just this is ridiculous. If I don't see a lot of Toyota, Mazda, Mitsubishis, of course, Honda, Subarus, that ought to tell you something. Now, not saying there's nothing majorly stuff wrong with every brand, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Nothing bad to say about the Honda.
I like that engine. Would I own that engine? Yes. You just have to keep in mind it is a turbocharged engine, and with turbocharged, anything comes with additional maintenance costs. You will have to get expensive oil. You can't do that conventional oil. Well, I don't know why would you want to do conventional anyway. I recommend synthetic blend or above, but your prerogative if you've been using conventional your whole life. You can't do that with turbocharged engines. You have to use full synthetic, great quality oil, or you will cook that oil, causing issues on down the road.
For sure. Tim Tubb says, "Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor. I appreciate y'all and your show will watch always. Y'all are the best."
Appreciate the love.
Really, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tim.
A lot of people might think, "Oh, I ain't gonna say that to them," because people always say that. No, really, it really does. A lot. Like, cause some days when you wake up YouTube, you can have a bad day and you open the comment and it's some clown. Y'all know I do my clown of the week. It'd be like, I don't really gotta do this for real. I don't have to film nothing. I don't care. So anytime someone come in and show love, it lets us know, like, okay, we are talking to somebody. So we cool. Mel Banks, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
He says,
Appreciate
I have
that.
a Buick Lacrosse 3.6 premium with 137,000 miles. He said he got the premium.
Yeah, it's like all the bells and whistles
on it and had it for a year. I did preventive maintenance, all of my suspension, all pulleys with parts, spark plugs with coils, starter and hoses. What else should I replace? Sound good to me.
Yeah, you pretty much done it all. Now, if you got the budget, the only downfall of that engine is the timing chain system on them 3.6s. For some odd reason, on the Lacrosses, the chains last a lot longer than with the engine that's in the trucks, the Traverse, the Enclave. And I have reasoning behind that because that engine is kind of struggling in that bigger vehicle, putting more stress on it, versus in the Lacrosse, it's a much lighter vehicle and it's not much stress on the engine, making the timing components last longer. I normally see timing failure on those vehicles around 180-ish, I say realistically between 160 to 200,000 miles. You can expect, maybe can expect some timing chain failure. Of course, I always say too, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Normally, it will not put you on the side of the road without some type of warning. The warning that you will get is some type of check engine light. Well, not some type of check engine light. You will get a check engine light code saying timing over advance or something silly, P0016, P0017. That's a timing chain code. And then right then and there, hey, I need to go ahead and get this replaced. Don't play with it. You can either wait then, or if you really got the money to splurge on your vehicle and you really love your vehicle, just go ahead and get it done for preventive maintenance sake. But you've done everything right with the spark plugs, the coils. That thing is ready to hit the road and do you some good.
What about transmission? You said something about that?
They don't. I don't really see issues with it. At a 130, if there's no history on it, I'd be scared to touch it if I was you. What I will do, if no history on the transmission, because you're supposed to be servicing your transmission between 30 to 60,000 miles, depending on how you're driving the vehicle. And if you don't have no history on it, I'll buy some Lucas transmission stop slip and dump maybe half the bottle down in there for preventive maintenance sake. That's just the safest way to do something for your transmission good wise, because that Lucas stuff renews old fluid. The not rumor, but the word around town, you start touching transmission fluid that haven't been serviced in a while, you can start potentially running into issues. I'm no transmission expert, but this is what I've seen over the years. The safest way, if you absolutely must do something, is just to drain and fill. That's the most safest thing you can do, and come out good. But I still use the Lucas even if I do a drain and fill with those many miles on it.
All right. Thank you, Mel. Corey Turner says, do y'all do all wheel alignments? Not yet. We are. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the latest videos, but that's
been the drama.
That's the topic. Is wheel alignments. We don't currently have the machine, but we are in high talks of buying one really soon. So as of right now, no, but soon enough we will. All right. Don't yawn. Don't do that, because you're gonna make me yawn.
I'm good.
I'm holding on. Okay. Firm gun. Okay. It says, what's the charge for a transmission replacement on a 2013 Dodge Durango SXT? That is an answer for Curtis, our front desk. You got to call Curtis and ask him.
And we only provide new transmissions.
Reman.
It's like new. The reason being because of the warranty. We no longer provide used parts because history always makes me change the way I do things. And the sneeze.
Yes.
You just get a better warranty and you get better protection. my customer is better protected. Yes. Is it
Mhm.
expensive? Yes. Is it
Mhm.
gonna work for a very long time and not give issues worry free? Yes. Now if you don't like the price of a reman, you are welcome to supply your own transmission or engine. That's the only thing I let the customers supply now at my shop.
Mhm.
They have to do it themselves, get their own warranty, because I just don't want to deal with any type of warranty no more. They give you the runaround. It's just a hassle.
We've been burnt,
Yeah,
or
burnt
we
way too
put
many
that
times.
what do you say, transmission in now. We
Don't
take it
even
for its
work.
initial test drive. It don't work.
Mm.
Guess what? You gonna be looking at who? Us. Are you gonna want to pay us that labor again to do it? No. So that's why we don't supply used transmission, but we will put one in.
And you know, some shops, my buddy is going through this right now. Malik, something.
The pull-up king.
But pull-up king, he put a used transmission in his work van, and the pump was shot. Now he's going back and forth with the junkyard because the junkyard is saying he damaged the pump. And he's saying, I've been putting in transmissions all my life, man. This is not my first rodeo. I didn't do anything wrong. And you run into stuff like that, they don't want to give you the warranty.
Mm-hmm. And who the customer
he's
gonna
screwed,
look at?
But
who are you going to look at?
Yeah, so.
You ain't gonna want to hear that yin yang about, well, it's you. Nope. So we just removed ourselves out of that.
And I've had customers tell, oh, you the one chose that place.
Nope. But we will put it in for you if you want. But call Curtis. I had put the number on the screen. That's who writes the quotes, and because that takes software to do, which we don't have in front of us right now. Thank you, Fern. KC Emmanuel 112 Savage. 12 Savage. I put too many ones.
Oh, that's a good Cadillac right there.
Thank you for the super chat, my dear. 04 Escalade, PO 452 and PO 651. Car cranks long to start.
I don't have my phone back.
Let me see, can I put codes? It up? Hold on, y'all.
I'm gonna guess the codes is something dealing with the evap system. You may have a stuck open purge valve that will cause the car to give a long start. But I'm about to look up the code now to see if it's a evap code.
Yep, got it.
Yep, that's it. So especially it's an evap code. What's the other one?
PO 651. All right, let's look it up.
My best educated guess, change your purge valve. It really struggles after you put gas in it.
Circuit code.
Ooh,
sensor voltage
reference. I'm not familiar with that one.
All right.
So it's something going on.
PCM.
Yeah, you either may have an electrical problem. This code is weird.
Yeah. Anytime pressure, you see circuit,
what was that?
Anytime you see circuit, it points to a wiring issue.
This is a faulty fuel economy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, PCM has failed or wiring fuel tank pressure sensor. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're definitely having some issue with the evap system. That other code, I don't have time to really look into it too deep, but it did say something about the fuel tank pressure sensor. They've been known to give issues. It sits on top of it's a part of the fuel tank assembly, the fuel pump assembly. And if it gives the incorrect readings, it will trigger stuff to be open all the time. But that doesn't sound like your case. You probably have two issues going on at once. I would check that purge solenoid that sits on your intake under the hood. There's normally like a green valve cap that's on a black line heading to your engine. You want to find that green service port cap, follow that line to your engine, and you're going to see like a big valve looking thing that's attached to your intake. Normally on the right side of the throttle body, up near there or somewhere around the throttle body area. The best way to test that is to unplug it. It's going to be a 2-prong connector, pigtail, and remove that black line from the solenoid. And with that solenoid unplugged and it opened up like that, crank up your vehicle, you should not feel any vacuum pulling from that top of that solenoid. If there's vacuum pulling from that solenoid, you have a bad purge solenoid. Now, you need to look, also turn the vehicle off, shine a light down in that purge solenoid, and make sure you don't see any charcoal. If you see charcoal bits, little round charcoal balls, your charcoal canister has busted open, sending charcoal and clogging up that, sticking open that purge solenoid. So you have to look into your charcoal canister, and you have to replace your purge valve. So you may be replacing two things there if you see charcoal bits down in that purge solenoid. Hopefully that helps.
Yes, Emmanuel, that was a lot he said.
Yeah, hopefully you gathered it. If not, you can always, after this live, you can always, you know,
I mean, you can replay it.
Yeah, you can replay it.
Steven, he says Kia Motors, and this is why I love when other
Here we go.
Contribute to the
Good
chat
stuff.
to help educate you guys. Shout out to Steven for this.
Shout out to you, buddy. You the
Kia
man.
Motors America is recalling certain 2020 to 2020 Souls.
I love it.
And the 2021 Seltos vehicles equipped with the 2.0 new MPI engines.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the
piston
ones.
oil rings may not have been properly heat treated. So there you go.
Manufacturer defect.
For
yes,
your mom's,
you fall under the recall.
If he's still on here, I hope he's still on here for your mom's.
That's
2020.
amazing.
Again, shout out to you, Steven.
Yes, you the man, Steven.
Maker Archives. What's the best way to get bad gas out of a car that has been sitting for a while?
I did a video on this, explaining the different ways. It's one of my older videos. I think I'm holding like a gas can in the thumbnail or something. But I let the fuel pump itself out. That is the best and easy way, is to find the fuel relay and jump it with the car on, and the fuel pump will just stay running. Of course, you have to unplug the main fuel line from the engine and, you know, reroute it into like a gas can or some type of container. And or if you don't want to deal with the relay box, just keep flicking the ignition on and off. Like if you turn the ignition on, some vehicles will prime itself for about 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. And when you see the fuel stop pouring out, just turn it off, turn it on again. Now, some cars, depending on make and model, you have to actually crank the car over before it primes itself up. It's rare, but I've seen it. That way, if it does it that way, then you're going to want to trip the relay, because you're going to end up killing your battery. Keep having to, you know, bump the starter, you burn up your starter, do something bad. Then you're going to want to trip that relay if you have to do it that way.
Alrighty.
Or just suck it out, you know.
There's a video. I know which video you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a gas can, and it's on a Nissan Sentra, and it says something like he got diesel in his car, or how to get diesel out of your car.
Yeah.
That same video. Process applies. So check that out. I'm gonna say VX. Hey Alex, I just did a thermostat housing replacement on my Chrysler 300. Now I'm having some leaks on the left side of the car. Any suggestions?
I need to know what engine you have. That 300 holds 3 different engines, buddy. Depending on what year you have the 2.7, the 3.5, the 5.7, the 6.1. Dealing with the newer gens, you have the 3.6, the 5.7, and the 6.4 and the 6.2. So 4 different engines. I don't know.
I'm gonna guess and say he got the 3.6 pedestal thermostat housing. Common issue.
He said it's leaking on this. I don't know. I don't want to give you the wrong information.
No, I got engines. You. Let me take this one. This is what you do, boo. You go and you get you a pressure tester kit.
Yeah.
Rent it from AutoZone or go on and buy one on Amazon. It's not expensive. Put some pressure on there. Is there a video? Alice done did it several times. Yeah. Put the pressure on the cooling system. Spot the leak.
Make sure it's cold. Make sure your engine is cold when you're working on it. And do not pour liquid gold if you don't have to. Liquid gold is coolant. Coolant is very expensive.
Right. Don't pour coolant if it's going to leak back out. Use water for now.
Yeah. If you're scared to use water because of all the chemicals to keep it clean for us, go to the store and get some distilled water. That is the safest thing you can do. They actually encourage you to put distilled water in your vehicle when mixing concentrated antifreeze. They tell you distilled water and concentrated antifreeze, not tap water and concentrated antifreeze. You're just going to destroy your cooling system.
Mm-hmm. So that's a suggestion. Since we don't know your engine, and I know you waited so long for us to even get to that question. Mel Banks back with another super chat. Thank you,
Mel.
Said all fluids were changed and stay maintained on my 2013 Buick Lacrosse for rust prevention. Frame is coated in fluid film. Nice. But enjoy the channel. Thanks for the information. Just trying to avoid a car note. Listen,
you're doing the best thing.
A lot of people are holding on to their cars these days. Like we have a customer with that Ford, was it Explorer? She had like over 200,000 miles.
Thing pushing 300,000.
She considering putting the engine in there because for what? Cause it's like you buying this new stuff for what? It's gonna come problems. See me anyway. Either way. So
this new stuff is not good. Like they're starting to come out with new gen engines after having these bad gen engines previous. I'm like, what if y'all have these new gen engines?
And never be the first one. Don't be nobody's test dummy. Don't go get the first gen engine. Let the other folks buy it and see how it works out. That
Hornet piece of crap Charger, Chandler, whatever they have, the Hornet, called the Hornet, man, I see nothing but problems. Yeah. I seen nothing but problems when they came out with the Nissan, the VG turbo, the variable, it's got variable compression. I'm like, this is a horrible design. And I said it. I was like, this is a crap. It's just the crappiest thing. So y'all went from crappy transmission now to crappy engines. Y'all destroying the Nissan brand.
Let me design the car.
Oh, and I was right. Their VG turbo crap is crap. It's just crap.
I can design the car. What I'm gonna do?
3-cylinder.
Look,
crap.
I'm gonna get that engine from that Kia Sophia. Follow me now.
God. No, we're not doing.
Follow me. That Kia Sophia undefeated. I don't care what nobody.
We're taking it old school and having to talk with the EPA and like, hey, y'all need to lower some of these restrictions here. Or I'm gonna come see you at your house. That's how we're gonna do that.
Now here's EPA, a name.
Messing up, dude.
Here's a name we haven't seen in a while. Ira Jackson.
Good old Ira.
So how much to replace a rear main seal on the 05 Denali 4-wheel drive? Someone I know needs this. I can do it, but I don't want to. Ooh, Ira.
The transmission have to come down.
Mm-hmm. It's a 6.0. And he said, I'm not gonna mention the cut dog.
Look, priorities. Normally it's probably under $1,000, I'm gonna say, because it's an all labor job. The rear main seal is nothing. It's literally like $20. So somewhere under $1,000 is normally the going rate. It is 4-wheel drive, so that's gonna bump it up a little bit. I don't know the exact number because I'm not in front of my computer, but normally somewhere under 1,000.
All right.
That can be anywhere from 600 to 1,000.
Ira, thank you for the super chats. And I'm good to see you. We haven't seen you in a while.
Here. We miss you.
Right. Rodney Wynn says, and here's another comment that we want to say shout out to Rodney for dropping this knowledge on the people. Listen up.
I'm listening.
Kia auto owners, please let the people know Kia will void the warranty if you're using the cars for commercial purposes like Lyft, Uber, and also if you didn't get the required dealer updates, please tell.
Oh man, they just taking their customers left and right with no KY.
Because guess what? I'm gonna tell you why I think they doing that.
That is horrible.
If the engines are consuming oil, Uber and Lyft, you have to work them like workhorses.
Yeah,
that's gonna speed up the process. Then they got to give you a free engine, and they don't want to do that.
They're trying to avoid
crazy
anything they can. That is awful, man. This is an awful company. I despise Kia. Kia can come to me today, and I really do need this. Kia, hey, I'm Kia. Alex, car doctor, here's $1 million. If you promote I'm gonna say, oh, no. Hell no. You can take that and shove it up your butt. No, I would not do it. And I'm gonna cry after the fact. Just know, cause I'm like, that's my shop. It's out of debt.
Need some milk, plenty more to put in store.
I'm a cry, but I'm like,
Toyota come. Arigato.
Yes. Shoot, I started speaking Japanese. What you want? I backflips for you.
Arigato. Listen,
Oh, man.
Rodney, shout out to you for
Yeah, I
sharing
appreciate
that.
that.
Because
Yeah,
listen,
we need to
again,
know that because I did not know that. That's
right.
horrible, man.
We love it when you guys contribute. Because guess what? We don't know everything. So, we love learning from
I
you
just
guys.
know they
too.
crap. They're a
sure.
crappy company to deal with.
Unholy Orders 82 says, "What's up, doctor?"
I can't call it enjoying life.
All right. And then we got Turbo Trav says 2013 Dodge Dart 1.4 turbo manual. First of all, shout out for you for driving a
Yes.
stick. This is a
Good
lost art.
stuff.
Code P420 and P1CEA replaced my catalytic converter last summer. What's causing the bad cat to go bad so fast?
Well, I'm not sure what the 1CA is.
Let me
I
try
have
to look
look
it up
that
while you're talking.
The catalytic
CA.
converter could be a aftermarket brand. Some cars don't get along with aftermarket parts. Yes, it's a lot cheaper, but it will not work. Also, you could have had tune-up issues. If you're not up to date on your tune-up directly affects the catalytic converter.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be an issue. Also, the 1CEA code is a boost side evap purge system performance code. So you're having some type of evap code that could be contributing to catalytic converter readings being off. Anytime there's an evap system code, there's a possibility of too much but gas fumes is being introduced into the engine via purge valve. So it's having a performance issue. It could possibly be the engine is sucking in too much gas vapors when it don't supposed to, increasing the emissions of the engine, which makes the catalytic converter work hard and it just can't keep up. Like, whoa, what's up with all these gas fumes? I'm not designed to filter out this operating range. And the computer just blames the cat. So you need to fix that first. Also, make sure whoever put that cat on, make sure it's a good quality part, preferably the dealership, because we are dealing with Fiat, the Italian company. Yes, I know you said Dodge, but if you look at Fiat 500s, which is clearly Italian cars, you can find that same little 1.4 under the hood of that vehicle.
Isn't it owned by the conglomerate Stellantis?
Stellantis now.
But all of them are.
Yeah, same Italian stuff.
Hey, man.
My bad.
My ass.
So, hopefully that knowledge helps.
Texas Rap Tunes with another super chat. We appreciate you. I appreciate it. Like the fact that y'all do that. Because it's like we live in the same economy, you feel me? And I ain't got no, you know what I mean?
I love y'all.
So thank you. It says, I love those four-door 2003 Pontiac Grand Dams. Yes, but since it's discontinued, would they be silly to revive? Aftermarket parts a bad idea on those or nah?
No, it wouldn't be silly to revive those.
I never had one when we met.
Yeah, it's actually a good idea.
Good car.
Aftermarket parts has been always good for older model GM vehicles. Back in my day, I never did dealer quality stuff for older vehicles back in the early 2000s. They just didn't care. Now these newer vehicles, some of them require dealer quality parts, or you're going to be doing the job over and over and over again, sometimes chasing your tail because you think you put a new part on and it's still doing the same thing, and you like scratching your head like, man, it must be a computer. Let me put a computer in there. $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 later, somebody finally come along and be like, hey, you can't use that part. You got to replace it with a dealer quality. You go out, get dealer quality part. Voila. No more problems.
Hey, man, shower me.
I'm sorry.
And somebody in the comments said, well, they don't know why Americans say voila. It's voila with a
voila. That's how I was saying it. America, baby.
Howard Jackson. Thank you for the super chat. He says, had a 4-wheel drive Suburban, so I know it's a lot of work to get that job done. I don't have a lift, and my 49-year-old body not trying to do that work. Listen, at some point in time in life, you just got to be like, man,
it is, because even to this day, dealing with 4x4 stuff, I don't trust it on my jack stand. I always separate the transfer case prior to taking the transmission down. It's just easier and safer. Now, some of the guys, I'm like, y'all bold. They'll take down the transfer case with the engine that's still together. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Just know, I'll be letting them know, hey, if y'all drop this crap, y'all paying for this transfer case.
That's it. That's it. You break, you bite.
Yeah, you break, you buy.
KC Manuel says symptoms are long starts, gas smell, poor fuel economy. They with the vapor canister. Let me see. Can go back with the Escalade.
Gas smell.
Yeah,
yeah. That sounds like your issue. It should be a purge valve. Yeah. Check that purge valve, like I mentioned earlier.
Thank you for the super chat. Leighton up here making all that dealership money. Done came in with a super chat. Thank you. Texas Rap 2 says super chats ain't a thing. You should pay for good games. All right. All right.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Let me get back to my list here. Where y'all at?
Showing the love, man.
I know. We appreciate it.
That, y'all.
And I do try to, that's why I stay on a little longer, guys, because I don't want you guys to feel, oh, we just all doing super chat. No, I'm going to get y'all too, man.
We try.
Preacher Man says, recently bought a 2013 Lexus from Carvana, I think he's trying to say. One owner with 78,000 miles, ES350. Are they good cars?
Yes, very good cars, but just know you need to whip out your maintenance book to check what you need to do for your intervals at your mileage. You're at the point at that car's life where you're gonna need a ton of maintenance. I'm pretty sure the maintenance haven't been done on that car, like tune-up, differential services, trans services, all that stuff can equal up to thousands of dollars. And you just bought the car and like, man, it got low miles on it. I'm pretty sure you heard me saying this earlier. The low mileage car sometimes not the best car because you have to dump a whole bunch of money into it. The smart the educated people about vehicles, what they'll do is they'll go out and lease a car or buy a car and drive that particular car maintenance free, just oil changes, and sometimes not even oil changes, on up to 60, 70,000 miles, and then trade it in while the value is still high on it, onto the next newest thing. And the next person who buys that 60, 70,000 mile car is burdened with all those thousands of dollars worth of upkeep and maintenance that they have to do on it to just make it to another 100,000 miles.
For sure. I always say, what did I say? The mileage don't tell you how far you've been. It also tell you what time it is, folks. So crack that book open. Say, okay, I'm at 106,000. What time is it? What time is it for me to do that?
You're going to be due for it because it's a 13 model. You got to put that into consideration too. That car haven't been driven much. So I would look into all the hoses. You probably got some dry rotted components under there. Sometimes, well, not sometimes. Cars like to be driven. The cars that's not driven and sitting for the majority of their life, stuff is going to get dry rotted. Joints is going to, it's like a human being. If we stayed in bed all day, guess what? We're going to become ill. We're going to become weak, frail. And that's the same thing happened to cars. Cars needs to be on the road. Fluids need to be pumping.
All right. You heard the doc. Stevens says Consumer Reports just came out with the least reliable engines. Gave the 2016 and up Suburban a 5 out of Lord have mercy. 5 out of 100. Dang, I need to check the mailbox because we're subscribed to Consumer Reports.
Consumer Reports. The doctor would give it a 3 out of 100. Nah, I can't give it that bad. But no, that's pretty accurate though. Just like I said, GM. Keeps me in business. And I think they're doing this on purpose because when it comes down to it, they can make good cars.
Planned obsolescence.
Yep, planned obsolescence and greed is getting the best of these major car manufacturers, in my opinion.
Bonisha says she's in DC. Listen, I would love to see you on TikTok or something. A woman mechanic, that'll be great.
Yeah, you need to get out there. Come on, man. Let me know, please. I would love to watch your work.
We'll go live with you on there, something like that. We support you.
Yes.
Sure. Now this lady right here, this couple right here. We ain't nothing compared to these people right here. TJ Souls, hey y'all, what's going on?
Happening?
Hey Miss Tanya, how you doing? I put on my nice Southern voice when I talk to you. You know,
This lady is amazing, her and her husband.
amazing people. Michael and Tanya, shout out to you guys. Let's see here.
Truly amazing. You don't see many people like that no more, man.
Right, I'm telling you. Ghost 1980 says is it hard 2000 Corvette change main seal and torque tube rebuild? Is that hard to do?
Without the right tools, it can be a little difficult. That's all I'm going to say, because like you said, you have a torque tube on that vehicle, meaning the transmission, good people, is not behind the engine like on your average type car. You have your engine, whether it's placed in the back of the car or the front of the car, and right next to it is the transmission mounted up to it. Well, on Corvettes, they had this brilliant idea, which is brilliant. I'm not being sarcastic. Engine up front, they have a torque tube, which is basically a big tube that holds a drive shaft that's leading to the transmission, which is right over the rear wheels. It's like this big combined package. It's brilliant, because that almost, for a car that light, that almost have a 50-50 weight distribution. The problem you have with modern day sports cars, especially your Chargers and Challengers and Mustangs, they can get very tail happy around corners because they don't have much weight pushing down on the rear wheels, so they will slide more easily. Corvettes have their transmission over the rear wheels to produce weight of great balance, and it will hold the road a lot better than their competition. So that's why they do that.
Can you tell he's a Corvette enthusiast?
Yes, I love my vets.
Joe McGraw says, hello, my mechanic family. Having a great Sunday watching you and, of course, football.
Oh, nice.
Who playing tonight? I'm going to go in and put the game on. I know them Falcons lost to them Seahawks today. When I saw it was the fourth quarter and they was down, I was like, well, they ain't going to get this one. So it'll be all right. Let me make sure I ain't missing nobody on this side. No, I'm not. All right, guys, listen here.
Oh, damn, we've been on almost 2 hours.
We've been an hour and 46 minutes, which is well over what I was trying to do. But I love trying to get y'all's questions. Somebody's asking, was you at AutoZone? Yes, he was. He came in. I worked there as the parts person.
My voice was gone, and my overall was in the water.
And he came in with his brother to buy some brakes and rotors. And I was like, oh, I'm for real. I was like, oh, I got to get that right there. I can take that and make that some. Don't worry about it. He looking raggedy.
After the fact, you didn't want no job, did you? Like, no.
I tried to, get them digits. All right, let me see. Oh, wait a minute. I got to get this super chat. He says, my service writer fooled me. Asked me to do a trans service on a Saturn View, but I told him I couldn't until I realized that it was a Honda. Oh, wow. So a lot of people don't know. Those Saturns had that Honda setup.
They have both. They have the GM 4-cylinder and the good old Honda V6 engine option for you.
Listen here. KC Chiefs 6-0. Man, I ain't mad at the Chiefs. But listen, guys, we got to go.
Yeah, we got to run. I'm running on fumes. I'm about to go.
Yes, we are, but we wanted to come out here and get as many questions as we can.
My coffee don't go out. Y'all like my mug? Life is better.
It probably be Alex to cut out the mug. I don't know what you talking about. Speaking of, let me go order Josh mug. We love you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thanks for being here with me tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world doing anything else, but y'all chose to be here with me, and that really means a lot to me. And for that, I thank you guys. Until next time, Alex Car Doctor out.
See you guys on the next one. Go Chiefs.